Recording on the eCam. Okay. You good to go? What's up, boys and babes? It's time for another episode of The Magic Hour. I'm Mercedes Terrell. Let's start that over. There's like all kinds of noises over there. It's all good. Just tell me when. What's up, boys and babes? It's time for another episode of The Magic Hour. I'm Mercedes Terrell, and with me, my majestic partner in shine, Jade Bryce. Hey, Jade. So before we jump into the show, I want to share a review from one of our listeners that really touched our hearts. Jenna Mays wrote, I love podcasts for my daily dose of inspiration, so I knew when J and M combined forces, it would be an outstanding duo. Both women have gone through some extraordinary life experiences, so they have a wide variety of topics to cover. Keep killing it. So thank you so much for taking the time to write that, Jenna. We love it. Yeah. I think we should read the whole thing through when she's on, too. I mean, from the top, because we don't have that much. Yeah. La 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 la. I know. I was about to tell Adam, I was like, Adam, you better respond to Jade. She's about to blow a gasket. Oh. You know, I do feel a change a coming though. It's weird too. Billy texted me something like that today. He's like, I feel something in the air. Hi, Pearl. Let me drag this over. Hi. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty amazing dude. Yeah. We have a couple episodes on it. Well, we have one big episode that's two parts. So if you're ever interested in knowing more about the guy, Tom Shadyac. So, okay, do you have headphones by chance? I don't know if Adam figured that out with you. Okay, cool. Put that in there somewhere. Doesn't he say that though? Yeah. You figure that out. Yeah. What are you eating now? Oh my god. And then you go get dessert. Yeah. Sweets? Yeah. I literally what yeah. I live in Orange County, so I'm not far. Yeah. And Jade, you've been to San Diego. We've had a fight there. It was good. It was good. Yeah, that's how we know each other. Uh huh. Yeah. It was so good. Did you go out there to see Limane? Oh, cool. That was the most awesome entrance I've ever experienced for sure. Yeah. When you leave, yeah, you bring me sweets. When you talk. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. So, in other words, just be as free with your words as you feel you want to with us. Like we're just good old pals that we've known each other forever. And if anything later strikes you, something you don't want to keep in there, that we could take it out for you. Sure. I'm ready. What's up, boys and babes? It's time for another episode of The Magic Hour. I'm Mercedes Terrell, and with me, my majestic partner in shine, Jade Bryce. Hey, Jade. You were talking? Oh, okay. But I wasn't on the mic, so if you can hear the end, just go with it, because I know we're gonna. So Skype, just so you know, too, Pearl. Skype always like glitches during the conversation, but if you can make out whatever's being heard, just go with it, because each of our microphones are capturing on Audacity a separate line of audio so that we can fix it. Yeah. Okay. What's up, boys and babes? It's time for another episode of The Magic Hour. I'm Mercedes Terrell, and with me, my majestic partner in shine, Jade Bryce. What's up, Jade? So before we jump into the show, I want to share a little review from one of our listeners that really touched our hearts. Jenna Mays wrote, I love podcasts for my daily dose of inspiration, so I knew when J and M combined forces, it would be an outstanding duo. Both women have gone through some extraordinary life experiences, so they have a wide variety of topics to cover. Keep killing it. Thanks so much for taking the time to write that, Jenna. We love you. Yay. Hi, Pearl. Yeah, thanks for being with us. I feel like after that amazing intro Jay just gave you, I was wearing a hat today jogging, and it says girl power on it. This brand Issa Vibe always sends me fun hats, and they have sayings like that on it. I think we need pearl power for your next fight. Would that be cute? It looks like maybe the little female arm, strong arm on it, whatever. Or yeah. hmm hmm Yeah, I think a lot of people live most of their life in denial, unfortunately, of or acting like a victim, like you're saying, or claiming that they're the victim and comparing themselves to other people who don't have it as hard. And as soon as you start comparing yourself, never going to be able to have gratitude for what you do have. Like my mom says, want what you have. Like, try to change the perspective instead of wanting what other people have or wanting a starting point that other people started with, better off than you, and want what you have, because what you have could be worse. Like you already are starting somewhere. You're alive today. So move forward from that point, whatever it is. So how did stepping into the fight community at age 11 change the rest of your childhood? Mm. Mm. I wonder what the tipping point is for kids. I mean, like, I'm trying to think of myself as a child, like, what was a tool that I felt I had at my disposal to let my emotions out? Yeah, I don't think I had a really good one. I definitely packed away a lot of stuff. I'm digging through that baggage now. So that's pretty cool. You had something. I'm sure you've got your own stuff and issues you got to dig through besides what you let out there. Everyone does, but that is maybe a really good magic trick to give the world. Like, give your kids a way to have an outlet for their emotions physically, especially physically. I think I love that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I bet just moving through challenges, like, that's not something kids do readily. Like you're saying, at first you didn't like the challenge, you didn't like failing. And I think we grow into wanting that in our lives because we realize that that's what life's all about at some point. But as a kid, it's hard to figure that out. So if you can build those tools through a practice that also gets your adrenals flowing, gets your emotions out, and gets all this other good benefits, then all positives. We love it. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's definitely serious work. We love journaling. That's one of the tools that we talk about a lot here because I don't know how to explain it in any other words than we already have a million times over on this show. Lets you out. Yeah. And even meditating could be, you could understand that as reading your own thoughts. And then putting it onto paper is a way that you actually take it and, in a sense, put it outside of your body so then you can decide what to do with it, like whether you're going to dispose it, whether you're going to work through it, or look, but you're looking at it and becomes an external physical thing instead of just something in your subconscious living there and rotting your, rotting you away. Mm-hmm. And can I ask you before we move on, and maybe ask both of you, to you and Jade, what got you to really step back and write out or f- articulate in your own mind what your life story contained? Like, okay, here are the, here's my timeline and here's what has happened to me. Because I've been kind of contemplating putting that on paper so that I can look at it and do whatever I want to do with it with my own life. But even the thought of that is like overwhelming. Like it's a little scary to do that in the first place. So what motivated you to even put that story, into writing and make it or maybe put it into words that you could tell other people with? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Not your stuff. Because it's such a powerful tool, right? Like knowing what you've gone through, like you were saying, Jay, to have how your acupuncturist made you do that and made you realize, like, shit, I did go through all that. I'm a fucking champion. Mm, 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 yeah. I bet I bet knowing that you've gone through, being able to look at how you've gone through all the things in your childhood and everything that brought you to this point is also a really great tool when you're in the cage and facing an opponent or, going through any challenge that comes with being a professional fighter. So that's kind of a cool little something extra you got on everyone else. Makes you a little superpower. Like it. Wow. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Wow. Okay, you're back. Sorry, you froze up at the end there. But I'm sorry, you finished your story, right? So and the last part is all that we missed, I think. I don't know. Actually, you're frozen again, Pearl. I'm not sure why we keep losing this connection. Give us a second. Let's see if you come back. If you can hear us. How's your connection in the storm there, Jade? Showing fine? Yeah, you're not freezing either. Let's see if Pearl gets back on. Okay, Pearl, you're on. We hear you, but how's your do you have full bars? Are you on Wi-Fi or what are you using there? Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, we keep getting you free. Okay. I know. I don't know why it's doing that. There, she's back now. No, she keeps freezing. Okay, Pearl, we see you. Sorry. Give us a moment. We're just letting this settle. We could try it on just call instead of... Yeah. But we do want to use her video for... Darn it. Pearl, are we freezing on your side? Okay. Yeah, but there's nothing... So the only thing I think we can do is either get onto voice only. I don't know why it's doing that. Well, now you're working. Now I can see you working. So let's just try to go and see what happens here because you seem good for the moment. Knock on wood. Okay, so that last part of your story, just to catch us up to speed, you were staying in the gym and you were working as hard as possible at this goal because your dad's helped you get that set up, and then take us to whatever the end was, just so we can come off of that with our next question. Mm, totally. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of makes me think of actually earlier this week, Jade and I were talking to a life coach. Her name is Anita Lane. We had her on the show, and she brought up a point that I think is so beautiful and everyone needs to hear, that we are in this lifetime, each and every one of us is responsible for striving to be the most amazing human they can be and do the work to get past all the shitty stuff in their past, get to the next level for whatever that is for them, so that they can give a better starting point. Yeah, a better starting point for the next generation to come, whether that be their own children or the generation to come, in the people around them, because we're all, part of this energetic field. The universe is in all of us and all that. But the idea is that your time here, the time you spend here on Earth, should be striving for being as amazing as you can while you're here, and instead we find ourselves lost a lot of the time trying to fix something in other people outside of us, including our parents, or including the thing we see in the people we decide to have romantic relationships that are basically reflections of our parents or reflections of ourselves and them, instead of going, not even just well, if we could just at the first time around, maybe even instead of 10 relationships deep of doing this shit, like I know I've done, if we could just be like, oh shit, I'm repeating this thing, or I'm trying to fix this thing in someone else because it's something I actually need to fix in myself, and then going through the work of digging that out, then just moving forward because we fixed it, like letting that go. Maybe we'll get there one day. Maybe we'll evolve little by little if we keep working on ourselves and make that head start for the others. Yeah. So, Pearl, we know that you lost your father recently, and we're so sorry you're going through such a painful time. Dealing with that type of heaviness must have been a huge hurdle going into your last fight. And you were pretty emotional when you won because he was the reason, as you explained, that you got into MMA. So what was your mindset going into that fight, and how do you, or can you, stay focused in the midst of something so painful? Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Wow. What a beautiful story. And thank you for being so vulnerable with us on that. Mm-hmm. And again, having that as a tool came in for you, came in and helped you through even more in your life. So through the sport, yeah. No. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And not just in the hospital. I mean, I think Pearl, like you expressed before, you took your little sister under your wing and made sure she graduated high school and that when you were younger. So you've kind of been going through these ebb and flows of life where you have to step up and be, the adult even earlier than you might want to be. Which is, I'm the oldest sister of my sisters. So like I've always kind of played that role of, that type of mothering role, or that type of big sister role, or whatever it is. And for all the ways that makes you a leader and makes you powerful and gives you strength to be a champion and all those things that you can say are beneficial about it, it also has its own drawbacks where you missed out on being a kid. Some of the time you missed out on some of the things that come along with being the baby. You didn't get to be soft, and sometimes it asks you to be this really like hardened, and maybe even for me it's like a masculine energy that comes out of me that deflects a lot of things that I do want in my life. Like I want to play the feminine role a lot of times where my background just I'm not at a place where I'm balanced enough yet. I'm working through that stuff. At least I'm conscious of it now, but I haven't always been. So yeah, I feel your pain on that end of it too, because it seems like something you've continued to see come and go in your life and be a big part of your life is playing that role of the big sister or the person who's got to step up and be responsible for so much. And that's heavy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Mm. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, and just the idea that vulnerability holds power in itself. It's which is sounds completely, paradoxical, but it's totally true. So that's cool. But yeah, thanks again for sharing that really inspiring piece of your life with us. Mm. Pacific Crest Trail. Yeah. Hmm. Mm. Hmm. And not just that they can get through it. Sorry, I know I want you to say anything more you want to say, Pearl, on this, but I just wanted to add also that um, we talk about it a lot here. The darknesses we have in our lives are what make us shine. Like without them, we wouldn't be able to experience the overcoming of challenges. We wouldn't be able to, sit on the mountaintop and look down and say I did all that shit. So there is so much power in being able to look back and actually feel grateful for all the stuff, we've gone through and still risen above. And I think obviously your story, you've done that as well a ton of times, and that's part of what's so inspirational. So yep. Yep. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You won that day. Yeah. Jade says something often, motion before emotion. So, like, when you feel that wave or you feel emotions rise up and you know that they're going to suck you down, man, you're going to be in a depression for weeks if you really let this get to you. Literally take action. So, that's the motion, right? Whatever that action is. Yeah. And if it's get outside and dance, get in the sunshine, do something that's going to move your body, because I'm big on hormones. I'm always bringing up hormones, but I think they're so important and they don't get enough credit for how they work. Our bodies are literally just chemical, containers. These hormones get stuck when we allow for the depression to set in. I mean, hormones are what create depression. So when we are completely stagnant, we don't our adrenals, our endocrine system, all that stuff is not flowing. And now we're stuck in a depression. So literally moving your body will help you move through some stuff. Breathing, it helps, get the toxins out and whatnot. And I wanted to bring up hormones with you as well, because since you're a fighter and because you're a human being and you have pains and also great days, and you experience, the highs and lows that come with just life and with the chemicals in our body, like the serotonin or, whatever it is that's causing your ups and downs. Do you notice when you go through cutting weight or training super hard, you go through a really hard training camp or you got to get to a different weight, that you, especially as a woman, that it changes your menstrual cycles at all, that it changes, how your hormonal experience is happening, sends you out of the norm, I guess? Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. 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 Or or you text me and I go, "What day of your cycle is it?" And then we go there. Yeah. Often too. I'm tracking you. You don't know, but I'm actually your science experiment of one many. Yeah. And I just the female body is already like as we know, it's pretty damn incredible, and it goes through these gnarly changes every single month, like up and down every single month. So then you're asking it, you decide to be a professional fighter, and now you're asking it to also, whilst you're trying to, have a normal female cycle, you're also trying to cut 50 pounds or whatever, crazy thing that's going on. And not to mention you're training hard and all these things. So our hormones go, okay, well, we're going to put, the FSH, the follicle stimulating hormone, and estrogen, all these things that are going to keep our eggs plump and ready for being fertilized on the back burner because we're going into survival mode, just starvation mode essentially when you're trying to cut weight or when you're training super, super hard every day. Your body's going, well, you're not looking for a mate right now. You're not looking to have a baby. You're trying to fight for your life, essentially. That's what our lizard brain is thinking. I know you have a child already. Are you looking to have? Oh, you don't? Oh, it's your niece. So, do you have kids on the brain in the future? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Got you. Um, you just left us with you want to move on after 3 years, right? Shit, we've lost you again. Damn it. You're stuck, but now you just came back. Okay. As soon as we say you're stuck, that's when you come back. So we just say that right off the bat. The thing is, like I was saying, the audio picks you up the whole time, so I don't want to ever like interrupt to tell you you're stuck in the middle of you catching really good audio. So, um, yeah, the thing is, I don't think people think about it, especially in the fight game, because we're used to watching, of course, a lot of men fight for so many years. That's been happening in the cage, and they don't have to think about this. But it's a real serious question because women who are in the MMA game are right there in their baby making years. And I think some you see go and have children and come back, but some don't. And at the same time, like I was saying, when you're going so hard with your body's like, well, how much attention do you want us to put on keeping these eggs ready to be, fertilized? And that's a serious question too. And I think Jade and I just like because we're not spring chickens anymore. Like we think about, well, Jade already has 2 kids, so she probably doesn't think about it anymore. But I think about, Oh, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, advanced aging and all kinds of other fun things come with when we mess with our hormones. So, yeah, I just wanted to get your take on that because I feel like that's a question not asked enough of our female fighters. Like, where are they at and how do they feel? Because women deal so much more closely with their hormones and are much more aware of their bodies in that regard than men are, of course. Um, yeah, it's very interesting to have your take on that. So, thanks for that. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Yeah, and by the way, I feel like this day and age, like I know so many people right now, 40, 41, 42, having their very first baby naturally. So as much as people want to scare you that, are from, we'll call, it's a different time. And if, as long as you're being really conscious of it and, I mean, you're obviously a professional athlete, so you're keeping yourself healthy. There's going to be a lot of hope for you having really healthy, amazing babies far into your late 30s or whenever you decide to. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. For sure. What's your what's your process to getting, ready for a fight like that so that you can walk in cool, calm, collected? Yeah. Mm. Mm. Just get this done. Yeah, get this over with. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're just confident in your competence for sure. And funny you should mention that once you finally get to the cage, you're like, oh, thank God, all that the hard stuff's behind me. I just got to finish this last piece, and we're done with this, big. Because I really relate every time a fighter goes in the cage, man or woman, it being like a wedding over and over and over. Every time you go fight professionally in the cage, you have to like have all this time spent planning for this thing and working on it and putting in the work every day and getting all the things, aligned that you need to get aligned for it. And then everybody, all your friends and family come and show up and support you and watch you, and you don't know what's going to actually happen. And there's a lot of nervousness that goes into it. And then you step in, and by the time you're at the cage, you're just like so glad that all the work is done. You're just like, let's party. Yeah. I know, it's random. I know. I don't know why it makes me think of that. I just thought of that the other day. Actually, I was sitting there watching the guys in the cage. I was like watching their family members get so excited. They get dressed up and they sit there cage side and they're yelling for their guy, and the mom's there. Like everyone's there. Mom, grandma, everybody. Exactly. And they walk down the long runway, especially at Bellator. We have that long ramp. Yeah. So it's seriously, it's like a wedding. Some big party. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Givers. One of our favorite followers are magic mobbers, we'll say. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, that's super, super beautiful. Yeah. Um, so I think that the way that you put words to bringing light to the kids in Chicago who might be struggling for whatever their reason is really um I had a whole thing I was going to talk to you about, and then we froze up, and I wanted to make sure we were back on, and now it's lost. I've lost it. Let me see if I can get it back. Yeah, go ahead. Hmm. Mm-hmm. And especially if they don't have the same, like, this, they might have started in the same place, but if they don't have the same nurturing, it can go different directions. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So I was thinking off of what you said there, Pearl, that the platform that you have currently with being in the fight game is, it's amazing that you have access to a platform that lets you be heard by a lot more people and lets your story be heard by more people. But it's also important to just say to anyone listening that might not feel like they have a platform, or it's like maybe they're thinking, well, why should I, try to do better and strive for something or seek the pain for positive gain. I don't have a platform to share that with anyone, so I'm not serving anyone. And I think that's such a damaging thought, and it's not true. I think, in my opinion, the way that the world works and the universe works and the energetic force that is life works is that if you align yourself with the frequency or vibration that you want to be, like if you want to be like Pearl Gonzalez and you want to have this platform or be an amazing fighter or whatever the thing is you want to be like, if you can strive daily to create that energy in your life, even if it's on the smallest platform, it's just you that know about it, just one person that knows about it, you will eventually attract that into your life, because that's just how universal energy works. We attract what we are. So just something to note on top of that. But I think, yeah, what you're doing is pretty incredible. Mm. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. Yeah, tomorrow's always a different day. So, for sure, that's a really good point. I love that consistency. All right, so we have a pick your poison from James on Instagram. He says, "Would you rather clean rest stop toilets or a slaughterhouse for a living?" Yeah. Oh, really? I mean, shit. Pearl, didn't you say you worked? You applied. Oh, they okay. I was gonna say she would know best, so I'm gonna go with whatever she says on that one. Um, God, but the slaughterhouse, like I grew up on a farm and they slaughtered animals there, and it was gnarly. I don't know. Hmm. But toilets are disgusting. I mean, it's like, would you want rather pick up animal poops and body parts or human poops, and hopefully not body parts? I'm gonna go. Yeah. I know. I'm going to go with rest stop toilets, as disgusting as that is. I feel like it would, I don't know. Either way, you're going to get a really like different perspective on life. You're going to either be disgusted with humans because of how they treat rest stop toilets or disgusted with humans how they treat animals. I'm not sure. neither answer is great. Let's see if she comes back. You're stuck. Didn't work. There you. Now we got you. Yeah, we're almost there. And don't worry, it's going to get edited, so none of that. It's going to look seamless. Um, okay, so there's a few short questions we like to ask everyone who comes on the show. First off, what advice would you give your 25-year-old self? Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Work. We have to remind each other of that almost every other day. Yeah. Yeah. One of it rotates. Yeah. It's us and the producer, and we're all in it together. And one of us takes a turn at hating life every day. So who's that? Hmm. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my list. So, if you could whisper one phrase to everyone on the planet, what would it be? If you could whisper one phrase to everyone on the planet, what would it be? Hmm. That is awesome. I can see the parallel though for the word breathe and your dad, the way he passed, with it being an asthma issue. But I'd say breathe is so important. Like my mom has told me that my whole life. Like, take some deep breaths. It's always like her instruction to me. And whenever I was going through like some time where I was having some serious panic and anxiety issues, she would always tell me, I was like, going to all these doctors and searching for every way out of it I could possibly find to externalize it. And she would tell me, you need to breathe more. Like she's very like critical and a little bit harsh on me sometimes, but it's what I need, I'm sure. And she would just tell me, you need to breathe more, Mercedes. Like, how many deep breaths have you taken? And it's true. Like, that's probably my most, the tool I've been most successful with in getting through panic, anxiety, depression, like literally any of the emotions you go through is using different breathing techniques that I now know exist. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Into your diaphragm. Mm-hmm. That's great. Yeah. And so just want to say a huge thank you for, first of all, coming on our show and sharing your incredible story, being so vulnerable with us, and giving us all the gems you have today. And just for being such a light. You're really well spoken and articulate with how you relay what you've gone through and how to, put the tools you've learned into practice. I think it's going to help a lot of people. And I just hope all the best for you. I see big things for you. Thank you. Oh, we appreciate you too. Thanks so much. All right. Oh, the Skype was bothering me. I know. I was like, oh God, please. I literally. I know. I literally thought the same thing. That's exactly what I thought. I was like, universe, come through. Yeah, I know. But I think we came through right after. So anyway, what do you do? But Adam's going to have a lot of work on that. Sorry again, Adam. I don't know. Can we just stop saying sorry in this? Maybe we're saying sorry and the universe is picking up the vibes. Thank you, Adam. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea, Jade. Yeah. For waiting for me. Yeah. And what about gut issues? I need that one. Okay. Did you do that as a magic trick? Okay. Yep. I love that. Yeah. For sure. I know. Yeah. What an incredible girl. Woman, I should say. Yeah. Yeah. What do you have? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Oh. Whoa. Mm. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm with it. I'm with it. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Yep. That's amazing. Yeah, I have a couple of those I need to probably do a better job at, but I also like using a magnesium as a supplement once in a while. That helps me kick it into deeper sleep for sure. So, with that said, my magic trick is getting early morning sunlight. It's kind of like the opposite here of what you're talking about there, but I know. So it's super important to expose yourself, your solar panels, aka your skin, to early morning sunshine, which is the hours between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. Is the sunshine you want to get, and that has been found to be the most beneficial for health. It actually helps us create sulfated cholesterol as well as sulfated vitamin D. And I'm not going to go into the details on how important vitamin D is. You've probably heard me say it here before. You can check out my blog for that if you want. But I will say that in my own experience, vitamin D has been crucial in getting my own immunity back on track. So additionally, if you live in an area maybe where there's not as much early sunlight available, you can supplement with a vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 combination. The K2 is important because it helps your body to regulate the calcium. Yeah, and but I will say, if at all possible, recommend getting the early morning sunlight over this option. Reason being, the vitamin D capsules we buy in the store are not from the same. They're basically not sulfated vitamin D. It's harder for our body to absorb the type of vitamin D in the capsule form, and it can lead to, like I was saying, calcium deposits, including kidney stones and other not so fun stuff. It's also important to note that sunlight can be harmful. I know we already know that. If we get too much sunshine, it can burn you. Anyone who's had a bad sunburn can attest to this. So if maybe your face, part of your body gets too much sun or gets sun often enough already, it's best to wear a hat during early morning sun exposure so as not to get, more sun on your face if it's already got enough going on. But you want to try to expose as much of your skin as possible to the sun, especially areas that usually don't get sun. I like taking off my shoes and sitting in the sunshine, with my feet out. So really you just want to get as naked as possible before you go on your early morning jog or go lay on your balcony in a bikini if possible, or whatever it's going to take, guys. And another hugely important thing to note is that getting early morning sunshine, in my opinion, is the number one thing you should be doing if you have any kind of sleep issues. Getting this type of sunshine sets our circadian rhythm, and it allows us to sleep deeper and sleep well. So add this to the list of things Jade just gave us in her magic trick. And by the way, if you travel a lot like I do, using this trick to get yourself on track for escaping jet lag really works. I'm telling you, I use this all the time. Also, I just wanted to say, if you think about it, humans are kind of made for sun exposure. We don't have fur. We have fully exposed skin for the most part, except for the top of our heads where our hair is, which we would obviously want to protect ourselves from getting too much sun on the top of our head, since that's when you're outdoors, the top of your head is exactly where the sun beams off of first. So something to think about there. Protocol-wise, my naturopath doctor, ND, he has instructed me to get at least 30 minutes of direct morning sunlight on as much of my skin as possible, and in my eyes. That's important too. Of course, you don't want to be staring into the sun, guys. Come on. You just want to not be wearing sunglasses so your eyes are getting exposure to outdoor sunlight, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you go on your jog, wear a tank top and don't wear sunglasses. Wear a hat to protect your face, and then make sure you're doing it between the hours of 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. every day. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much to Pearl Gonzalez for being on our show today, and to @RayToneRoyal for our intro jam, and of course to our boy Adam from Red Fox Audio for being the best producer in the world. We love you, and stay magical, friends. Let me see what I got. Where's my phone?